Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So we got a bunch of Washington Commanders trade news that I'm going to be going over in today's video. Also, some players that they released so far today during roster cut down video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well. I'm going to be posting a ton of updates for you guys today, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And yeah, just stay locked in and comment down below your thoughts out of which player you want to trade that's still on the roster. So from Nikki Jabala says, there's multiple players, by the way, that they're trying to trade. And usually when you're trying to trade players, it's usually because, you probably don't see a spot for them on the roster and you're trying to move on from them. I'm not saying that with Ridgeway because I think Ridgeway should make this roster, but with one of the other players for sure that I'm going to be talking about in a second. I mean, I'll just say it, Cole Turner. He's not, I don't think he's making this roster. So they're trying to get something out of him, even if it's like a pick swap or whatever, but it looks like he's not going to make the roster. But John Ridgeway, they've been getting calls about him apparently from other teams, and they're telling people that he's available right now. I don't know what you're going to get out of him, but he has been solid for the Commanders the last, I guess 1.5 years, and then this offseason's been solid. Had a really good game in the against the Patriots this past preseason, this past week. And on some teams might start or might be that third D tackle in the rotation. Here he's probably going to be number 4 if Johnny Newton is healthy, maybe 5 behind Mathis, but I don't think so. So if you can get a 7th or a 6th, somehow a 6th round pick, I know that's not a lot, but it is an asset and you're able to keep him, and he's not a guy that's probably going to be here long term. Even though, again, I do like Ridgeway, I rather keep him over Mathis. So if they can maybe trade Mathis for something and then keep Ridgeway, I rather do that personally, but it is what it is. So that's one of the guys. We'll talk about him a little bit more in a second. Other guys, Cole Turner, I don't think he's making the squad. And he hasn't done, he has some talent, but let's keep it real. 5th round pick in 2022, and hasn't really done anything in the league. So what trade value are you going to get out of him? Nothing. Maybe a pick swap or maybe a 7th round pick. I don't think so, but hey, they're trying. That's fine. Yeah, fine for sure. If one team really likes him, if they have a scout or a coach that really, really wants him and they'll give up a pick swap or whatever, you know what? That's fine. But it just, he was a 5th round pick in 2022, hasn't really shown a ton, hasn't had a good offseason, and is probably going to get cut in a room that's not amazing with the Commanders at tight end. So I don't see any team trading for Cole Turner, or at least definitely not giving a lot. Last guy is Ricky Stromberg. This guy, I think he has a chance to get something out of him. He hasn't done much in the league, but he was a 3rd round pick just a year ago. So I could see a team giving up a 6th round pick for him. A guy that, some teams probably had 3rd round grades on. The Commanders drafted him late 3rd round. So that's someone I could see maybe a team giving up a 6th round pick for, maybe a 7th round pick. I don't know. And honestly, I'm fine with that. If you can get a 6th round pick, and I like Ricky Stromberg, and I liked the pick at the time. Unfortunate injury last year, but if you can get a 6th round pick for him, just give Adam Peters more darts to throw in the draft, more shots to put up next year to get these, late round steals. I'm fine with that. And if you can somehow get more than a 6, 100% do that. The reason you have a little bit more, better chance of getting something out of Stromberg is because he was a 3rd round pick just a year ago. So some teams still have him in there, fresh in their memory of scouting and stuff, and they might really like him. It's not like he had a terrible rookie year. He just got hurt, and he was getting some PT. He was a backup center for them and backup guard, so he was actually having a good offseason in his rookie season. So I personally would probably keep him, but if you can get a 5th round pick, 100% do it. And even a 6th round pick or 7th, I won't be mad if they do it, because it's a new regime, and you have other backups that maybe you want to keep. And at this point, it doesn't seem like Ricky's going to be a starter long term in this league, but who knows? It's possible. let's go over some other stuff. We'll get back to the John Ridgeway thing because I think that is something to that I want to talk about a little bit more. But the Commanders released Davion Davis, not a surprise at all, and they released Nick Whiteside. So both had solid camps and at times had moments in the preseason. At least Nick Whiteside did, but it was going to be really hard for them to make the roster. Honestly surprised that more cuts haven't been made. Only two guys have been cut since the start of the day. I guess there's some more now coming in that I'm going to be reading. AJ Woods, cornerback, AJ Woods getting released. So that's three guys still, though. Three guys over a few hours. Like, they still got, a lot more to go. They got a lot more to go. And the Commanders also have a new stadium deal. Let me go ahead and read it. So Northwest Stadium is the partnership, I guess, signed an 8-year stadium naming rights deal with them. Northwest Federal Credit Union. Interesting right there. Nothing crazy, but, a little bit of a big deal. So just wanted to give you guys an update on that. And let's see. Yeah, John Ridgeway, though, that's like the biggest name on the board because he is a solid player. He is a good guy, good player in the run game. And I don't know, he seems like a cool guy. A lot of people in the locker room mess with him, so they like him. So I personally would keep Ridgeway and trade Mathis. Mathis was also a second-round pick. Was definitely overdrafted, but some teams might be willing to give up like a 6th or 7th round pickup for him. And if you're getting the same trade value out of both of them, I'd rather keep Ridgeway than Phidarian Mathis because Ridgeway has shown some stuff. He's also been relatively healthy versus Mathis hasn't shown anything in games, at least. The preseason is different. He's shown some things, but that's preseason. And he's had some injury issues. So I personally would just chill and keep. I would just keep what we have right now in John Ridgeway and move on from Phidarian Mathis if you can and try to trade him. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys my final kind of roster breakdown right here. I have a lot of tabs open. This is it. I'm not going to read it player by player, but just so I have proof if it somehow does well and I get, have a good prediction. Here it is. And if it's bad, you guys can see it as well. Just going through. No real surprises. Derek Forrest. I guess the only surprise, I had like 2 running backs make it, Robinson and Eckler. I think they'll maneuver some things around and bring back Wiley or maybe McNichols, but I had them keeping 2 running backs because I don't think those guys are getting picked up. You can see the rest as well. No real surprises, but trades could also change that. Putting players on IR as well could change that, as could also change things. So just interesting there. Some more news, not really Commanders news, but Texans are releasing Noah Brown, wide receiver, and hey, Commanders need a receiver. This guy had 567 yards last year, so maybe that's someone who the Commanders and Adam Peters are interested in making a waiver claim. The Texans have a very good receiver room. They've got Diggs, they've got Mechie, they've got Tank Dell. They've got a really good squad there on offense especially. And, maybe John Mechie gets traded. That's a name I would watch out for. I guess now that they released Noah Brown, maybe that makes it less likely, but still would watch out for John Mechie. But if you guys stayed, stuck around until the end, go ahead and comment down below. Steven Sims, once upon a time, thought he was going to be a stud for us, but ended up, just in the second year, just not the same player. Even though he's talented, and the fumbles, that returner, was just not great. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Stick around, stick around today. Just watch all the videos and stay locked in because there's gonna be a lot of news today. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.